Hey, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a video. If this one helps you out, a like takes 2 seconds and genuinely helps us reach more people. Let's get into it. We've done baking soda, we've done lemon juice. Both of those videos showed how something sitting in your kitchen for $1 or less could replace dozens of expensive specialty products. Today, we're doing the same thing with something even more basic: salt. Regular table salt or coarse salt if you have it. We're talking about something that costs less than $1 for a container that lasts months, and most people have never thought to use it for anything outside of cooking. We're going through 15 uses, what each one replaces, and at the end, a total of what these swaps save you over the course of a year. Let's go. Quick note on why salt works for so many things. Salt is a natural abrasive, which makes it a gentle but effective scrubbing agent. It's also a desiccant, meaning it draws moisture out of things, which is why it works for stain absorption and deodorizing. It has natural antimicrobial properties at high concentrations, which is why it preserves food and kills certain bacteria. And because it lowers the freezing point of water, it melts ice. Those 4 properties cover almost everything on this list. Use number 1, cast iron pan cleaner. If you have cast iron cookware, you already know you're not supposed to wash it with soap because it strips the seasoning. Salt is the answer. While the pan is still slightly warm, pour a generous amount of coarse salt in, add a small amount of oil, and scrub with a paper towel or a stiff brush. The salt acts as an abrasive that lifts food residue and carbon buildup without touching the seasoning layer. Wipe clean and you're done. This extends the life of your cast iron significantly and replaces specialty cast iron cleaning products and chainmail scrubbers that run $8 to $15. Use number 2, drain deodorizer. Pour half a cup of salt directly down a smelly kitchen or bathroom drain, followed immediately by a full kettle of boiling water. The salt scours the inside walls of the drain as the boiling water carries it through, breaking up the thin layer of organic buildup and grease that causes persistent drain odor. Do this once a week on drains that get heavy use and the smell stays gone consistently. Replaces drain freshening and deodorizing products at $3 to $7 each. Use number 3, fresh stain absorber. This one needs to happen fast, but when it does, it works remarkably well. The moment you spill something on fabric, wine, oil, coffee, blood, pour a generous pile of salt directly onto the stain while it's still wet. The salt draws the liquid up out of the fabric fibers through osmosis before it has a chance to set. Leave it for a few minutes, brush it away, then treat with cold water. The stain either disappears entirely or comes out much more easily in the wash. The key is speed. Salt doesn't fix a dried set stain, but on a fresh spill, it outperforms most commercial stain sprays. Replaces stain treatment products at $4 to $8 a bottle. Use number 4, color setting for new laundry. Before you wash a new item of brightly colored clothing for the first time, soak it in a solution of cold water and half a cup of salt for about an hour. The salt reacts with the dye in the fabric and helps set it, significantly reducing how much color bleeds out in early washes and how quickly the item fades over time. This is particularly useful for dark colors, black, navy, deep red, which tend to fade the fastest. Over the lifespan of a garment, this keeps colors looking newer longer, which means replacing clothes less frequently. Replaces color-protecting laundry additives at $5 to $10 per bottle. Use number 5, cutting board scrub. Sprinkle coarse salt generously over your cutting board. Then use a halved lemon or a damp cloth to scrub the surface. The salt acts as a physical abrasive that lifts staining and surface residue while also drawing out moisture from the wood that carries odor compounds with it. Rinse clean afterward. This is particularly effective on wooden boards that have developed staining from berries, beets, or turmeric that regular washing doesn't shift. Replaces specialty cutting board cleaning and conditioning products at $4 to $8. Use number 6, ant and pest deterrent. Sprinkle a line of salt along windowsills, door thresholds, and any cracks or gaps where ants are entering. Ants avoid crossing salt lines and it disrupts their scent trails. For a more targeted application, dissolve salt in water and spray it directly around entry points and along the edges of walls where ant activity is concentrated. This won't eliminate a serious infestation, but for everyday prevention and for discouraging scout ants from establishing trails into your home, it works consistently. Replaces ant barrier and repellent products at $4 to $10. Use number 7, shoe deodorizer. Fill a pair of old socks or small cloth bags with a generous amount of coarse salt and place them inside shoes overnight. Salt is a desiccant. It draws moisture out of the shoe interior, and since shoe odor is caused by bacteria that thrive in moist environments, removing the moisture removes the conditions that create the smell. Leave them in shoes whenever the shoes aren't being worn. The salt can be refreshed by spreading it on a tray and leaving it in a warm oven for a few minutes to dry it out, then reusing it. Replaces shoe deodorizer sprays and insole products at $4 to $8 each. Use number 8, ice melt for steps and pathways. Scattering salt on icy steps, driveways, or pathways lowers the freezing point of the water in the ice, causing it to melt at temperatures where it would otherwise stay frozen. This is the same principle as commercial ice melt products, most of which are primarily sodium chloride or a blend of chloride salts. Table salt or coarse cooking salt works for the same purpose at a fraction of the price. For very low temperatures below around -10 Celsius, the effectiveness drops, but for typical icy conditions, it handles the job. Replaces commercial ice melt and rock salt products at $6 to $12 per bag. Use number 9, narrow vase and bottle cleaner. Pour a tablespoon of coarse salt into a vase or bottle with a narrow neck that a brush can't reach. Add a small amount of warm water and a splash of white vinegar. Then shake vigorously. The salt acts as an abrasive against the inner glass surface, scrubbing away mineral deposits, algae buildup, and the cloudy residue that develops in vases used for fresh flowers. Rinse thoroughly. This works better than soaking alone and doesn't require any specialty cleaning products. Replaces vase cleaning tablets and bottle brushes for narrow vessels at $3 to $6. Use number 10, cleaning cloth and sponge rejuvenator. Kitchen sponges and cleaning cloths accumulate bacteria and develop a sour smell over time. Soak them in a concentrated solution of salt and water, several tablespoons of salt per cup of water, for a few hours or overnight. The high salt concentration draws moisture out of the sponge and creates an inhospitable environment for bacteria, significantly reducing odor and extending the usable life of the sponge. This doesn't sterilize a sponge completely, but used regularly, it meaningfully extends how long you can use one before replacing it. Given that sponges need replacing every few weeks, the saving across a year adds up. Use number 11, cut flower life extender. Add a pinch of salt to the water in a flower vase along with a small amount of sugar. The salt has mild antibacterial properties that slow the growth of bacteria in the water, which is the primary reason cut flowers die quickly in a vase. Combined with sugar, which feeds the stems, this simple mixture keeps cut flowers noticeably fresher for longer. Replaces commercial flower food and cut flower preserving sachets at $2 to $4 per pack. Use number 12, exfoliating body scrub. Mix coarse salt with a small amount of coconut oil, olive oil, or even just a neutral body wash to create a simple exfoliating scrub for skin. Used once or twice a week on rough areas like elbows, knees, heels, and shins, it removes dead skin cells effectively and leaves skin noticeably smoother. The oil in the mixture moisturizes while the salt scrubs. Rinse thoroughly. Replaces body scrubs, exfoliating treatments, and foot scrub products at $8 to $25. Use number 13, grease fire suppression. A container of salt kept near the stove is a fast and effective way to smother a small grease fire in a pan. Pouring a generous amount of salt directly onto a small pan fire cuts off oxygen to the flame and suppresses it. Never use water on a grease fire. It causes the burning oil to splatter and spread. Salt, a pan lid, or baking soda are your options for a pan fire, and salt is the one most people already have within arm's reach of the stove. Replaces the need for a small kitchen fire suppression product and is worth knowing regardless of the cost saving. Use number 14, weed killer for driveways and paving. A concentrated solution of salt and water, roughly 1 cup of salt per 2 cups of water, poured or sprayed directly onto weeds growing through cracks in driveways, patios, and paving, kills them by dehydrating the root system and raising the soil salinity to a level plants can't survive in. Apply on a dry, sunny day for best results, and avoid using it anywhere near soil where you want other plants to grow, since salt persists in soil. For paved areas, paths, and driveways where nothing should be growing, this is highly effective. Replaces spot weed killer products at $5 to $10. Use number 15, refrigerator cleaner and deodorizer. Dissolve a tablespoon of salt in warm water and use it as a cleaning solution for wiping down the inside of your refrigerator, shelves, drawers, door compartments, and interior walls. The The mild abrasive quality of the salt helps lift sticky residue and spills, and the solution is completely food safe with no chemical residue concerns. For odors, a small open dish of salt left in the fridge absorbs moisture and reduces smell between deep cleans. Replaces specialty refrigerator cleaning sprays and interior deodorizing products at $4 to $8. Now let's put the savings together. Conservative annual estimates for replacing these products with salt. Cast iron cleaner, $20. Drain deodorizer, $30. Stain treatment spray, $36. Color protecting additive, $30. Cutting board cleaner, $24. Ant repellent, $30. Shoe deodorizer, $36. Ice melt products, $30. Vase cleaning products, $18. Sponge replacement extension, $24. Flower food sachets, $20. Body scrub, $36. Weed killer spray, $30. Refrigerator cleaner, $24. Total, just over $370 a year from something that costs less than $1 a container and that most households already own. The pattern we keep coming back to with these videos is the same. It's never one big saving. It's a dozen small ones that you'd never notice individually, but when you line them up, they add up to real money every single year without changing anything meaningful about how you live. Drop a comment if there's a use on this list you're trying this week. We read them all. And if you want the white vinegar version of this video next, let us know below. Hit the like button if this helped, subscribe and tap the bell if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.